Yeah, welcome to Fish Color YouTube channel. So this three horsepower solar AC/DC pump installed in a farm, and as you can see it's working effectively. So this AC/DC can actually work during the day and can also be powered with light during the night or when there is bad weather. So you can see after installing the pump, there is also need to test the water to know the pH. That will give us an idea to know if it is suitable for hatching, for running fish business, and if it is not up to the standard, it requires that we have to step up the pH to the required level. And the water is good, but we still need to do a little adjustment in the pH for the sake of the hatchery that will be running. So in case you need a very good solar system in your farm, we can guide you to get that done effectively with our team. We have reliable team that can give you the best. So this fish college, so very soon you'll be watching the live training on the basic things you need to know before venturing into fish farming business. And the number one that we'll be talking about is water. Without water you cannot do fish business. And when you're talking about water, you'll be considering the quantity and the quality of the water. There are other parameters, and I will encourage you to try everything you can to pick up our training manual. That will also help you to understand our teaching better. Thank you. Welcome to Fish College YouTube channel, and I really want to appreciate Nigeria government for the investment they have been doing to ensure that Nigeria youth, Nigeria graduates precisely, are well empowered with agricultural skills. And we are glad to be part of this movement. For a good time, we have been partnering with Nigeria government to train youth on various agricultural skills to enable them get established or even be employed for those who want to be employed. But I try my best to teach them from the grassroots so that with what they have acquired, they should be able to get started. So I want to be sharing part of what we are discussing in the class with my students, and what I'm going to be doing now is introduction to fish farming business. So this is episode 1. So we are going to be looking at the basic things that you as a beginner you need to know before you can invest in fish farming. Number one, before you can consider going into fish farming, you must have a place where there is water. And when you are talking about this water, we have different kinds of water source. We have river water, we have stream, we have well, we have borehole. And I'll be counseling you that if you want to venture into this, consider making use of borehole. I have my reason. Okay, now when you install your borehole, that guarantee you steady supply of water. You can easily control it. Then for well, some people call borehole wells because not everyone is used to this well. This well is a kind of pit that is being dug by hand until one is able to reach to where there is water, and they use fetcher. Some also connect electric pump to it so that the electric pump can be getting some water. But the disadvantage of this well is that when you collect water, let me say when you collect up to 3,000 liters of water, the water can get finished. So you cannot use it to manage, let me say, even 1,000 fish effectively to table size. But if it is borehole, the borehole is the one that you have to call the drillers If it is area that is not rocky, they can drill it manually, or they can use their machine to drill it they will continue to drill until they meet what we call aquifer, or they reach a place where they can have excess water that don't get finished. And it's very much important that before you dig a borehole, try to make inquiries to be sure that that particular areas have water, or you can call the right people that can carry out some tests in the geographical location to ascertain if water is in abundance in that place. Are you learning something? So let me still explain more about this borehole. Now, for the borehole, we have different capacity of small pump. We have 0.5 horsepower, we have 0.75 horsepower, have 1 horsepower, have 1.5 horsepower, we have 3 horsepower, we have 5 horsepower, we have 7.5 horsepower, and so on to 50 horsepower. So now, when you are talking about water, we are interested in the quantity and quality of the water. So the quantity of the water help you to determine the number of fish you are going to train in your farm. Are you learning something now? So it's very much important that you take note of these points that we are actually raising here, so that you don't just go and buy, like before you buy any of this, it's good for you to find out, to know the volume which it can pump. You get me clearly? And some of them, let me say from 0.5 to 3 horsepower can actually make use of one phase. They can also be powered by some generators that are not too heavy. So anything, let me say, anything from this 3 horsepower and above, some of them require 3 phase and require a heavy generator. Do you get me clearly? So you need to have a proper understanding on how to get this done. And one of the things I say encourage people to do is, considering the amount of money which people are spending to power their sumo pump, because there are many farms are set up in areas where there is no much availability of NEPA light, and sometimes the NEPA light also, or the power source, could be very much expensive. So one of the things that I've been encouraging people to do, which I've been doing in many farms, you can decide to make use of solar pumps. There are so many solar pumps, and there are different types of solar pump that from the day, from 7 o'clock, as soon as the sunlight comes out, it will be giving you water. And we have solar pumps that make use of both DC and AC. This DC is direct energy from the sunlight, and AC is either from NEPA or from the generator. So this one actually is the main one I do encourage people to install, because at night, or if it is raining and you are not getting enough energy, which the bulb that we are installing, even when it's raining, it still give good energy. If you are not satisfied with the energy you are getting, you maybe at night you can swap to AC if there is NEPA light. Then during the day you can use the DC to store enough water for yourself. Are you learning something? So I will still encourage you to rewatch this video. Like after watching it, you can rewatch it so that you can take note of this thing that I said. You know, we have been discussing water as one of the basic things that you need to have before you can venture into this business. You need to have a detailed understanding of it. Okay, then let us, before we look at water quality, let us consider river. River is also good, but before you can set up your farm close to a river, you have to ensure that the topography do not encourage flooding. That is why I did not start with it. And you have to also ensure that there is maximum security, because not everybody live close to the river, but you can actually site your farm close to the river and now fence it. and now fence it and ensure that everything is done in a way that the site of the farm is located, you know, in an elevated place, not in a slopey place where, you know, water can just come and then pack all your fish. You know, the such disaster is always painful. It's very, very painful. There are a lot of farmers that have experienced it. You can see site of farm like a distance away from the river and use pumping machine to be collecting water from the river and be, you get me clearly? So, but you know, there are different kinds of fish pond design. So many people prefer setting up 18 pond close to the river side. So if you are setting it close to the river side, I will encourage you to ensure that you are getting that done with an expert, with a professional, so that excess water cannot get to your pond and, you know, move all your fish for you. So be conscious of these facts. So the difference between river and stream is, I think streams are tributaries of river. So there are also streams that are prone to flood. So you have to be conscious of this. Exactly. You have to be very much conscious of it, so that you don't fall into a disaster that will get you bankrupt and leave you with lasting pain. Are you learning something? So let us look at water quality. So I will encourage every one of you to subscribe to our channel if you have not done that. It's very, very necessary. Subscribe to our channel if you have not done that. It's very, very necessary. And like our video, send your comments. In our next episode, we're going to be talking about water quality. Now, the water quality, let me just run an intro. The water quality have to do with the pH, how to manage pH, how to manage the temperature, how to manage the dissolved oxygen, the nitrate, and the rest of them. These parameters are very much important. If you don't know how to manage them, you'll be having challenges, especially if you are into fingerling production. So I will encourage you to follow us in this series of episodes that we are doing, and you'll be happy you are doing that. Thank you so much. This is Fish College. We love you. So you're going to be watching part of what we are doing in the camp, and just feel free to enjoy yourself. Check whether it's going up or going down. It's going up or going down. And let's be watching now. But this one is quite better than the 343.
Kelo Ibusetali report code number OD0415. Yesterday we were made to understand factors to consider before starting up a fishing business, which are the quality and the quantity of water in your environment. That is the first one. Then secondly, you consider electricity, that is power in the area that you are going to start. Then you consider the income or the standard of living of people around. Then you consider the marketing of the fishing business that you are doing. Then we also taught how to test for water, healthy water with a reagent, 2 drops into the water, pH of 6.0, 6.5, 7.5 are good. Then our instructor also said that we could try 8.5. Thank you.
Good afternoon, class. My name is David Pius, code number 1113. Yesterday, I was made to understand to identify the difference between male catfish and the female catfish. And the first practical I did was that how to bring out the fish from the fish pond. Then I used the basket to bring it out. Actually, I caught two male fish. So I hold it by the neck and I check under beneath. So when immediately I check, I was able to find out that the difference between the male and the female was that the male has a long male genital, while the female just has a hole without a pointing out.
Please put your hands. Water house number 1. Is it the bad water there are some fish that normally their forehead will cut into two. Cracking, yes. Number two, what of you now you later realize that the water that they drill for is not good water. Is there anything that we are going to apply on the tank that will supply the water to the point? Number three question, how can we identify the female fish and the male fish when they are juvenile?
All right. Ega.